So, for those of you out there, we appreciate you joining us. We hope you're safe. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're staying healthy. We figure it was a great time to kind of give you an opportunity to see what some of the players are doing. And we appreciate Austin Meadows joining us as our first guest. Austin, first of all, how are you and where are you right now?
I'm good. We're staying down here in Port Charlotte with the whole deal going on. We just kind of stayed put, me and my wife and our dog. So continuing to stay in the spring training home we're at and just hanging out, staying safe, and, getting some quality time together.
The rest of your family, how are they? Your mom, Kenny and Stacy, are they still back in Georgia? And I know your brother's in the Tigers organization. Did Parker go back
Yeah,
home or did he stay in Lakeland area?
he's home. He's home with my parents. They're all doing good. Their mom's a teacher. My dad works sales for a tobacco company, so they're both working from home, so they're able to continue to work. And my brother, he's at home, continuing to try to stay in shape and playing golf and just trying to continue to be smart about this whole thing. But yeah, they're home, and we'll see where it goes.
Can you walk me through what this was like the first, few days after it happened and what it's been like since? I mean, it's still not even 3 weeks. It seems like a lot longer.
Yeah, it does. These days are going by slower. Um, it was a shock whenever we went down, when we had to kind of just leave. And I think it started to hit us when guys went home. Guys continue, there's a lot of guys at home right now. Kind of all of us are kind of waiting and anxiously waiting for baseball to start up because, we're not used to. I was telling my wife this is the first time that I've been, with her and not playing baseball in the first time in 7 or 8 years since I was drafted. I've always played, beginning of April, and it's just a kind of a weird feeling. But obviously the priority is being safe and healthy and, distancing yourself from others. And luckily we have my boat to be able to go out and kind of distance from people and enjoy the day and be out in the warm sun. So we're trying to make the best of the time, but continuing to try to be safe.
And you're in your vehicle right now, and after this, you're going to go out on your boat. So is that kind of the
Yeah.
way that you've allowed yourself to relax, escape without being able to have to worry about being near other people?
Yeah, that's kind of the best way we can do it. We kind of pick our days here, but we've really caught up on Netflix and, caught up on some movies. She bought some puzzles and games and stuff like that, cooking at home, getting a bunch of groceries we had got from Publix the other day and learning to cook, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, we're basically out, mostly every day, and just trying to get our minds off things and just kind of trying to enjoy ourselves through this time because, like I said, this is the first time that we've been able to be together this time. But hopefully we start back soon because you can only enjoy this time so much. But obviously we all miss baseball. We want to be back on that field playing. But it's unfortunate. But obviously the priority's held. So
I want to get to that, but I want to get to what you've binged. Since you mentioned Netflix and movies, so what shows have you hit? What movies have you watched, and what's still on the list?
I watched Ozark season 3 all day yesterday. I finished the entire season yesterday, or me and my wife did, because that show was actually filmed in Georgia, close to where we lived last off season. So it's a really solid show, and we watched it all day yesterday. Took the day off from the boat and just enjoyed ourselves and relaxed. But yeah, I want to watch The Outsider. I hear that's good. Tiger King, I hear, is kind of different, but I've heard about people talking about that. So there's a long list that we're going to continue to probably finish all these shows here in the nearby future.
Movies? What have you seen?
Movies, I've been. It's funny. We were catching up on Disney movies. I watched Zootopia. I think I watched Mulan. We're just trying to catch up on stuff. And when I was a child, a lot of things were sports for me. And I haven't seen some Disney movies that others might have. So we're trying to catch up on that and finding stuff to do.
I've got 2 kids. I can send you a couple if you need catching
Yeah,
up.
that'd be great.
Hey, from a cooking standpoint, who's cooking? What are you cooking? Because this is, I mean, it's new for a lot of people to have to do this. A lot of people like eating out, and now a lot of people are staying in on a regular basis.
Yeah, we went to the grocery store the other day, and the only thing that was available was steak. All the chicken was gone. The eggs were gone. So that's tough. Obviously, trying to, we've just been cooking steak, some to-go meals from Publix, whether it's like shrimp scampi or just the easy meals to make, steak and stuff like that. But we have been doing some takeout. There is still restaurants down here that are available for takeout, like your Italian places, your pizza places, and stuff like that. So it's definitely new to us. For me, having to just be a normal guy, taking the trash out, doing the dishes, all this kind of stuff that I feel like I'd be at the field right now. Alexis would have to take care of all of it, so I can provide her with the stuff, with the help at the house right now, which is good.
So who's a better cook right now, you or her? And what's your dish?
My only dish is steak. I know how to cook a good steak, but she's doing good. She's making breakfast, lunch, dinner for us. So she's been really good, and I'm blessed that she's able to know what she's doing and provide the meals that I get to eat every day. And it's been good.
All right, most unique food that's in your pantry right now that you haven't gone to that you know at some point you might need to go and eat.
Oh goodness.
Or if you got a snack food you
There
have to
is
have.
snack food I have to have. Well, there's some junk food in there. There's Oreos, you got cereal, you got some candy and stuff. Just stuff that if we really have to eat it, we're gonna eat it. But no, I mean, there's ice cream in the freezer. We have everything. We've covered all the bases from the grocery store, so we're loaded, and we're gonna hope. I think we'll be here for a little bit, so I think that we're pretty good on that end.
Have you created a routine? Because I wonder what guys are doing to stay in shape, work out. Like, do you have bands? Yeah, I saw you did on Instagram. You did a box jump of your car, the truck that you're in, right?
Yeah, just trying to be creative, Neil. I mean, we literally, we've had so much time, so I've I've been running outside, trying to stay in shape, um, throwing the baseball, taking dry swings, hitting the baseball. Alexis would toss me the ball, side toss, and I'd hit it to our dog, and she'd go chase it down and bring it back. Just trying to be creative. There's not really much more we can do, but I just try to continue to stay in shape, continue to stay in baseball shape, because obviously we never know, when we'll be back out.
How much time do you think you'll need whenever they say it's go time? Like, because we've heard all kinds of different things. Personally, what do you think you're going to need?
Um, I think for me, I think it's just taking it day to day. I mean, it's kind of up in the air. Never any of us have never been in this situation before, so we don't. I feel like there might not be a solid answer for that, but I do think obviously pitchers might take a little bit longer than position players, just from the build-up standpoint. But I think for us, position players, we haven't played in almost 3 weeks now. Baseball, I feel like, it's an everyday sport. You take off some time, especially an extended amount of time like we have, you're going to need a little bit of time to build back up. And that's every day at bats, and seeing live pitching again, and just being back in baseball shape. Because it's definitely important to be back once the season starts to be 100%. So, it's going to take a little bit, and hopefully not too long. So we just want to be out there and playing again.
You told me your family's good. Have you had any friends, anyone you know has had COVID-19 to this point? And if so, any kind of stories you can relate?
Luckily, we've been good. We've been blessed. I think all of my family, they've been following the rules, and staying at home. That's one reason that, obviously we didn't go home. Just want to. It's hard, but staying away from family, just basically just quarantining ourselves. Everyone kind of being in different households, and leave my brother's home with my parents, and they get to watch him, take care of him, and stay together as a family. So, but yeah, I mean, everybody's good on my end. luckily, knock on wood.
Good. Let's hope it stays that way. I want to hit on a couple baseball things. What was the vibe like in spring training, couple weeks out of the season? What was the feel since you obviously had so many great moments last year as a group?
Yeah, you're talking about before this happened?
Yeah, before this happened, what was it feel like? You guys are gearing up, you know, you're getting closer to real baseball.
Yeah, yeah. It was exciting. I mean, I feel like in spring training, once you hit a certain point, whether it's the halfway point or a little bit after that, you're starting to play more in spring training. You're starting to feel good at the plate. You're starting to feel good on the mound. Team was shaping up to be what it was going to be, and this whole deal happened. But we were excited to get out there and playing. You know, with opening day within I think it was within a couple weeks with it before we all stop playing. That's the kind of time you're ready to go, and the excitement comes. Opening days, obviously one of the best times of the year, and being able to build off what we did last year and have the team that was put together this year was really solid, and we have a lot of good players and that can do a lot of different things. And it was definitely a fun time to be a part of that.
I wanted just for fans to get a feel for some of maybe what you were feeling in certain key points last year. What do you remember about where you were when KK hit that home run in Game 3 in the ALDS against Houston?
Yeah, that was sweet. I think that was off of Greinke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I was in the dugout. I don't even know. Was I DHing? I think I was playing in the outfield that game, wasn't I? I don't remember. But I remember it was pure excitement with the Trop packed out to what it was, and all the towels going around. It was an exciting time to be able to take Houston to 5 and really face some of the best pitchers in the game that they had at the time. Just the ability we had, the atmosphere we were creating. I was just blessed to be able to experience that my first full year and get to experience that first in Oakland and then against Houston. But seeing the Trop as it was definitely pretty special.
What about the game in Oakland? What do you recall from the wild card win? What stands out?
I just remember the build up of that whole deal. I think all the news coverages and there's just so many reporters, and there's fans with signs, and it's just a whole different atmosphere. The main thing that stands out to me is Yandy, of course. Yandy Diaz going yard twice after missing who knows how much time. It's pretty impressive to see. I think that he got everything started for us with that leadoff home run. So that was pretty special.
Do you remember, like, after he hit, what you guys are saying to one another in the dugout? I mean, guy misses 2 months and he hits a bomb to lead off a game like that, and then he basically does the same thing.
Yeah, I think that I was about to go on deck or something, and we all just kind of looked at each other like in awe, like is this really happening? For a guy to miss that much time, especially at the big league level, it's really hard to come back and perform the way that he did. And that was definitely a really special performance, not only from him but our entire team. Tommy, Abisail, everybody that contributed, the pitchers. It was Charlie. It was pretty special.
In this season, there were 2 games to me that stood out. There was the Dodger game that you guys won in extra innings in September. And there was that game in late July where you guys were in Toronto. You lost like an 8-1 lead the day before. And then the next day you come back from like a 7 or 8 run deficit. Is there anything that sticks out to you about either of those games?
Yeah, Toronto, the resilience that we had. I remember just the excitement that we had. I remember Guillermo just getting the team fired up during that time. We were never down, and that showed the way that we came back during that game, and being able to, and Dodger Stadium, being able to do that as well. That was one of the most exciting times of the year, especially for me. Being late in that game, and then G-Man getting that RBI against Jansen, and then obviously with me coming up later in the game to be able to hit that go-ahead home run. It was just a special time. It was a special year last year, and something I won't forget.
Do you black out in those moments, or do you kind of remember everything?
The only time I blacked out last year was my leadoff home run against Verlander on opening day. That was cool. Just a guy that you admire, a future Hall of Famer, a guy that you grow up watching, and being able to deliver like that and kind of start the season off with a bang was something I try to remember. There's some moments of that I don't remember. But it was definitely special to do that.
Since you're going out fishing after this, by show of hands, largest fish you've caught has been how big? Give me a.
I got to prop my phone up for this. You know? No, I mean, I think for me, let's say like, I'm just gonna go. My hands are going out of the screen, so it's getting bigger and bigger. No, but on the video board, they always say I caught the 80-pound tarpon. I caught a Goliath grouper before, kind of not like a big Goliath grouper, 50 or so pounds off of a rope and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, it's just fun to be out here. It's fun to fish for different stuff, and there's so many different things you can do down here fishing, and being able to have a boat and learn the waters is something that I've been doing a lot lately.
Well, hopefully you're fishing for runs real soon, and we're talking about games on the field. Stay healthy, stay safe. To you and Alexa and your entire family, and hopefully we're chatting about real games soon.
Thanks, Neil. Hopefully we get out there soon, man. Hopefully we'll see you soon, and we don't have to do any more of this. Hopefully we can do it in person soon.